Hello and welcome to the Tarkis Zone. Today I'm going to be talking about the game Revelation Online, and I wanted to go over some of the items that I have found about the game since I have last done a video. In the two previous videos that I did, really I was like a lamb among wolves. I had no idea what the game was about. It was recommended to me to play. I thought, okay, why not? They tell me it's similar to Black Desert Online. It's got a little bit of the World of Warcraft feel. So I was really like excited at that point, but now more so. Because I have actually spent the time to actually watch some beta testing video that has been put out. I also took some time to hear the pros and cons. I went on YouTube and I basically scoured the internet on YouTube, as I have always done in the past, to kind of balance what I wanted to watch. And I watched people's, opposition to it. I watched people's views on, this is going to be this great game. So what I've done is I've processed all that information, and this is my opinion. This is where I'm sitting, and this is, again, I haven't played the game, but this is how I viewed all games prior. That's how I reviewed games prior to playing them, and I've always been like Johnny on the spot with it. If I've reviewed it and I'm ready to play it, then I pretty much got a good feel on how it's going to play, how it's going to, what it's going to be like to play it. So the first thing I want to talk about is this game is going to have the World of Warcraft feel, but with some of the things that World of Warcraft was lacking. Now, obviously, the graphics are phenomenal graphics, but I'm not just talking graphics-wise. I'm talking about, how World of Warcraft kind of balanced PvP and world content. And that's where I'm coming at this, is this game, you're not going to be going into Revelation Online thinking this is a PvP game. Well, it is, in a sense. It's got that in the game. But it also has this robust, open world MMO feeling for all those people who want to play the PvE world bosses. They have that in this game. They have open raids where, X amount of people, big group, goes out and achieve a mission. They have guild missions. They have play for guild, but that would be PvP. But it would be, one guild having a fort in another guild, similar to the guild Node Wars in Black Desert Online. This game also makes crafting worth doing. Unlike World of Warcraft, in World of Warcraft you could just go grind anything that you wanted to get if you had a raid party to go do that, kind of leaving crafting out there in the cold, because it's like, well, that's just an afterthought kind of thing. Because you could go get better equipment by killing world bosses, going to epic raids. It didn't make any sense to even go through crafting unless you wanted like the tchotchkes of the game. Well, this game is different. This game, the gear, the crafting gear, is going to be worth doing. Now I want to show you some gameplay here. After that video stopped, I want to show you this gameplay. We'll watch this while I continue talking. This is some of the graphics. This is actually beta testing gameplay. I did kind of am taking this from a gentleman who was playing it. He had his own voiceover. I'm kind of muted him out so that I could just show you what he's doing here. And we're going to be coming up to some actually fighting. And you're going to see the similarities to this game in functionality. They're not reinventing the wheel here, guys. It's going to work and play just like any MMO. And it just comes down to, do you like the graphics? Do you like, what's around you? Do you feel involved? Now, my understanding with the vast amount of videos I watch, this game forces you to feel involved. It kind of almost pushes you into that direction. So you're in this huge open world. And when I say huge, this is a big open world. And obviously it's got the Eastern style. That's what we're going to be talking about here. And I did hear some good criticism of this game about their business model. I don't really want to go over that too much in depth here. I think I understand what their business model is, and if I can accept it, I think the general consensus around me, because I'm a cheap guy, I don't want to spend money on a video game, and I never pay for subscription games anymore. And again, I talked about that in a previous video. But here with this game is it's coming, like Black Desert Online, Arc Age, Terror. They all made it the business model that eventually you could buy, what you wanted in real life money and be epic in the game. And people, or don't want that in a video game. And they're hoping, crossing their fingers, that this will be the first Eastern game to come over that doesn't go into that platform. Currently, their platform is what I explained in another video. Again, I don't really want to get into that, but you have to research it on your own. I, for one, think their current model, if it stays the way it is totally acceptable for what you're getting for game content. And I need to remind you that, open world games like this have, Easter eggs. Let's use the word Easter egg. That's something that's fun you find in like the background. These kind of games have all of that. There are video games that you can play for months on months and months, and it's a stale old background. It's a stale old graphics. It's a stale old everything. These type of games are ever evolving. And this is the gameplay. This person's going around and killing crabs. And I believe this is like a sword mage. It's playing. You can see the hot bars in the bottom. It's playing similar to other types of these games. I imagine there's combos, energy bars. It doesn't look like it's going to be difficult in that aspect, and it doesn't look like it's going to be all that difficult on your graphics card either. I mean, some of the cutscene stuff seems amazing. This again. Some people play a game for its graphics. I'm not going to be really into this game all that much because of the graphics. I usually turn my graphics all the way down so that I can run around and not deal with any of the lag issues, any of the lag concerns. I just have normally played video games like that. And I will play it on high resolution for maybe a week or two before I'm like, okay, yep, I get it. This is beautiful. And let me just downgrade the graphics this time. So this is the flight mechanism. And this person's just in the training area. So this person that is playing this game hasn't even gone into the world yet. This is just what they're trying to get you accustomed to their game. It's like it's like an area for beginners that you understand the aspects of the game before you move on to other games. So be prepared that you can't just jump into this game and just go to some place. You have to kind of go through this mechanism for any new character. And he keeps on bringing up the map, so he obviously has got a quest to go fly somewhere on this map. Well, I didn't want to bore you too much today. I just wanted to give you a heads up on this, that this is really going to be a different type of MMO, and I think it's going into a good direction. I think it's going to have activities for every person out there that's like these types of games, like the PvP and the PvE, well balanced. Now you need to also be prepared that when a game is like this balanced wise, PvE, PvP, the PvP content can be a little unbalanced. And you found that in World of Warcraft, where everybody wants to be a rogue because it's an unbalanced character. You're going to still get a little bit of that in this game. And what my understanding is they're going to make it so that you're in teams, so that kind of helps balances it. So 1-on-1 is not that prominent, but 3-on-3s, 5-on-5s. Well, I want to thank you for joining me. This has been the Tarkis Zone.